Hi, everybody. Happy New Year to you all. I'm wishing this year is a very fulfilled year for you. This is a really random live, just because I've done a few consults already into the new year, and I really just wanted to emphasize something moving forward in 2019. You're always going to be experiencing both sides of a person, every interaction that you have. What happens is we only focus on one side and we're conscious of that. So if we think somebody we're experiencing is absolutely amazing, we will be conscious of just that side and unconscious of the downsides to the person. And that's what we call infatuation. Similarly, if we have an experience that with a person that we think they were really rude, or they were out of line, or they were just putting us down, we're only conscious of the downsides and we put them then into a pit and resent them, and we're unconscious of the upsides. I had a great client yesterday who had basically a trip away over Christmas, and said that those were 4 days that were absolutely amazing, in her own words. And I said, so what were the downsides? And she said, clearly there wasn't any. It was really great. The family were together, and, we all just gave each other, time. Now, what we did is we took that very thing that she was infatuated with, is that everybody had time for each other. And we looked at where in those 4 days did people not have time for each other. So she could see that everybody is actually, playing out both sides. And then she realized there was times when people were on their phone. There were times that people were, wanting to take their own kind of walks and things like that. So what I'd encourage you to do is in 2019, and I've done this too, by the way, infatuation with things when you think it's really good. I've sometimes, been at a meeting or even on, dates, and thought that they've gone really great. And then I've gone, well, the very thing that I'm infatuating with, what would be the opposite? And when I ask myself, what's the opposite of that? I look for where in that interaction did that show up? Because we're taking in both sides of a person. We're taking in both sides of an event. I'm not talking too much about an event today. I'll do that on another video, but just in people, very much so. And what we then do is we choose to, because if they are supporting our priorities, okay, we'll put them on the good label, and then we'll infatuate with them. And if they challenge our priorities, we'll put them on the bad label and put them in the pit and resent them for what they're doing. So I just want to encourage you to, every interaction you're having with somebody, no matter how long it is. I also had a client who had a 30-second phone call with her boyfriend and was resenting that phone call itself. And when we looked at where the boyfriend displayed the opposite, she could have sworn that he didn't do the opposite on that 30-second phone call. But when she really was willing to look, there was evidence, her intuition was guiding her to that balance. My mentor, Dr. John Demartini, puts it lovely when he says, our internal and external environments are always maintaining balance. It's just our awareness that doesn't see it. So this year, I'd like to say to you, 2019, be aware by asking the right quality questions. I've just given you them. When you're sitting in a situation and you're thinking that this person is, good because they're clever, okay? And let's just say in that conversation, the opposite might be not so intelligent. Look for where they also displayed that. Because remember, everybody's clever in their highest priorities and not so intelligent in their low priorities. Try and ask me about anything to do with cooking, and I may not know the answer. But ask my mum, and she knows everything about cooking because that's her highest priority. So just leaving you with that message this year, and the beginning of this year. I'm hoping to do some more videos for you so that you find this of value. Please comment, like, share the video if you thought it was of value. Would love to get any feedback, as it's the first video on Optimum Performance Solutions. Thanks very much. Have a great day.